Oscar. It's
my friend.
it's been a long time. I wanted to have a conversation with you about well, the big project that happened when you were younger called the Parrainage Universitaire, and it is a project that starting by I myself, and that you were the first student that received financial help to make sure that you receive a good education. But I'm interested to know where did it start and where is it going? So yeah.
Wow. Yes. Well, Robert, it's been a long time, so I'm so happy to have you again, my friend, and see your face again. I know that you are getting some tinted in your beard. You look young.
You know me.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, like the sponsorship on the scholarship program started, like, as you mentioned with yourself. You are the one who started, like, 1993 to be exact, on the day.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it was 1993 that you started first with me. I remember that on one of those visits that you made to Consuelo with your group of students from Canada, we met and we sat in the little porch at Filomena's house in Consuelo, and we were having, like, a nice chat about, my goals, the future, where I want to go, what I need to do to get where I want to go, and all that. And we bonded. I think that we have a good conversation that night, and I recall that after our conversation, that you also have a conversation with the announcers that run the education at the time in Consuelo, and I know that they put a word for me there with you, and then you decided to start the program with money from your own pocket.
Oh yeah.
So, and at the time you were using the help of Dean Riley in Consuelo to help to kind of manage the money that I was receiving to pay my studies.
That was through the Scarborough Father Mission from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dean was working for them. Yeah. Father Paul Oscar is a priest. You were young, but Father Paul was a very, very. How can I say this without not being too aggressive? But he was a very modern man before his time, okay? And I remember I went to see him and I said, you know what? I came here with students and I feel bad. We're running with our cameras and we're taking pictures everywhere, and it's like visiting a zoo. And I remember that conversation with Father Paul. And Father Paul knew you. He knew you. And he found you a very intelligent person, a young man from Consuelo. And he said, Robert, he didn't say much. Right? He just said, Robert, you're an intelligent guy, you should pay the studies of somebody here. So it started there. Yeah. And then I sent money to Scarborough. Scarborough was sending it to your country. And it all started that way. What happened after you got your studies? What happened with the program?
Well, that's where everything becomes, like, very interesting, Robert. Because after that, then there was a couple of other young fellows that got into the same program. And I remember that the teacher Paulina, your sister, she also joined you on the same on this project, and she started, like, helping Pedro.
Yes.
And Chilena.
Oh God, Chilena.
Chilena
From the Batey. Yes.
From
yes.
the Batey.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my good Lord.
So I remember that. So there were the two other young fellows that joined into that were get into the program after me.
Okay.
And after that, then you started visiting more often and more often, Consuelo in San Pedro, and you start sharing with myself about how you wanted to continue with this program and how you wanted to grow the program so it can reach more young fellows in my country. And we started slowly with a couple of people, a couple of young people in my country, and I was controlling and managing everything there, the scholarship program, also the experience program with the schools, visiting San Pedro, and all of a sudden it got too big.
Oh yeah.
That it was too much for the two of us only to control that.
Yeah.
And that's when so you already had connection with the Christian brothers.
Yes.
And the Christian brothers in Santo Domingo, they were our contact to go visit the barrios in Santo Domingo.
That's
so
right.
Because of the good relationship that you had with them, and when the program went too big, then it was time to move that program to their hands so they can kind of manage everything because they have a way bigger, better structure.
Yeah, the barrio Simon Bolivar, that we did go there so many times, so much time. Oscar,
we have so much like experiences in that barrio. That, yes.
You know, Oscar, I remember in the beginning because it started by a dream, and when you finished university, I got closer to you, and we kind of share. You were kind of a teacher for me. You were pretty young to be a teacher. but you
well,
did,
yeah, I remember telling you know, Robert, but we have to be careful doing this.
Yes, but you did show me things in your country the Dominican way, okay? And that is where I was starting to learn. But sorry about my impatience, okay? But it's a white guy that arrived in your country, okay? Without trying to put my Dominican glasses, okay? So you see, it was difficult for me. But I remember that you and I were dreaming. And you know what? That dream gave the chance to 73 young people to go to university, okay? Now, there was a philosophy. Remember the philosophy?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. And the philosophy behind the program was the pay forward.
Oh yeah.
Pay forward. That was the philosophy of the program. Yes, you are getting help. You are being helped to get your education. So through your education, you can get a better life. There's no commitment with us, meaning with Robert, myself, or the Christian brothers, or anyone. The only commitment that you will have is with yourself to make sure that you continue the same program with a pay forward, meaning that you should be able to help somebody else to get educated.
Oh yeah.
And, yes, and you know, and whenever I have to meet with those young fellows there and explain to them how the program works, I make it very clear to them, like, it's not that we were asking them, once you finish your studies and you get a job, you have to pay the university for somebody else. No, if you can pay the university for somebody else, that would be great. That's awesome. That's the idea. That's the goal, the final goal. However, if you are not at that level that you can get that expense from somebody else, at least help somebody to get a certificate to be a certified technician or something. Yeah. Because that's part of education, and that is going to help somebody else to improve in life and to get educated, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole philosophy.
You know, Oscar, there was another part. You were pretty young at that point, but I did go to a university in Canada called University St. Paul, okay? And St. Paul is in the capital, Ottawa. And before I did get involved in your country, there was an intellectual part in my mind that I did reflect. And I wanted to work very, very things complicated in culture, respecting the culture, but I was learning on the field. But the university level made me create a rule that the Dominicans were not going to get close to me. Okay,
Yes, exactly.
and it was a very sacred part of me. And you know what? I like myself because I respected it all the way down. Because all the people in the program, the 73, did not come to my children all around my arms, and I called them every week. I kind of let the Dominicans run it. That was hard.
That is correct.
Okay, now you know stories more than I do. Like, I don't know, because you met so many young people that got educated. Try to just a short little story about one or two in the program.
Okay, yeah, that's very easy for me because I know a couple of them that they really are succeeding in life. They succeed and their studies, and they are still doing pretty good. I can tell you, for example, Mercedes.
Okay.
Mercedes, a young girl that came from the Batey.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Yes.
Can you remember the name of that batey? Because the bateys had names, eh? It's not.
Yes.
Is it self?
Yes.
Las Paz?
No. The Batey that she came from, the name of the Batey is Doña Ana.
Okay.
It's farther away from Las Pajas, and it's like,
Oh
it's
my
more
good Lord, my good Lord.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like it's more like I don't remember exactly the word is, but it's worse than Las Pajas.
Okay, sorry I cut you. Okay, and what is she? What's happening with her?
What she Mercedes? She right now she is a doctor.
Okay.
She finished her studies as a doctor. She's working in one of the biggest hospitals in the country.
Wow.
She's married. She has 3 beautiful kids.
Okay.
And she's Christian.
Oh
And
wow.
between her professional life, her home, and her family, she is doing great. She's doing really good, really good.
Oh, that's good to hear. So
And she's always in touch with me, always. And she always asks for you.
Okay.
What is Robert? And that's
Well,
funny. She asked me.
you
Last
could.
time I spoke to her, she said, what is Robert? I said, well, he's in Canada. Why? I said, well, are we still, like, it's forbidden to contact him? I'm not still anymore.
You see,
I said, no, you can contact him.
this is a proof, Oscar, that what you learn when you're younger, it stays with you. So if you call me Robert, you always call me Robert. If you call me Mr. Laurent, you always call me Mr. So remember those meetings where we were very strict? You contact a Canadian, you will be cut from the program. Okay? But it saved people.
Yes. So another one that succeeded in our program, her name is Janet.
Oh, okay.
So Janet came from the barrio Simón Bolívar
Okay.
Domingo. The barrio Simón Bolívar is a barrio in Santo Domingo where, to make a long story short, when there's problems on that barrio, not even the police goes there.
Eeh.
Okay.
So
So
drugs, abuse, name it.
gangs, drugs, abuse, yes, you just name it. That's it.
Okay.
So that's where she came from.
Okay.
She did her studies because the Christian Brothers, they have school right in the center.
Okay.
So I think that the Christian Brothers are the only one that the gangs respect on that barrio.
Yes.
They are the only one, because when we have groups visiting that barrio, they will let us in just because of the Christian group.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have difficulties getting in.
Okay. To not to make it too long, Oscar, but I know you know the story. But I did have a very, very hard experience in that barrio. That barrio is about 2 kilometers, and there's about 70,000 people living in the 2 kilometers. So
Exactly.
it's starting to. But there was one time I was there with a group, and there was 5 guys coming from the barrio with guns. I kind of freaked because I was responsible of the Canadians. So I called the brother on the cellular. I told him on the phone, I'm very nervous. I'm talking to the brother principal from the high school, and I say, you send me people down here to come and get us because there's no way we're going to move. And he said, Robert, calm down. He said, you are from the Christian Brothers. They will never touch you.
That was Brother Martin, right?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So just to let you know, Jeanette, she came from that area. She is a young girl that she has a lot of values. She has a lot of struggles in her life, okay? With her mother, with her 4 siblings, and her mother has to just selling stuff on the street to make a living for them. She completed her studies. She stayed in the city and working in a company right now. Is a huge company that is a global company. They have offices all around the world, and she is commercial manager for that company in the Dominican Republic. And she's controlling the commercial side for that company in the Dominican and part of the Caribbean. So she has a really good position there. So she's married now with a kid.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. You know what? That's 2. We could go 3. We could go 4. In my mind, I have to name another one because he became close to me afterwards. Okay, not during, but it's Dominique. You know the Dominique that like to talk.
Store, yes.
Yeah, he talk, and he wanted this, he wanted that, but he became very important for Haitian people. He worked for the embassy of Haiti and Santo Domingo and other. But you know what I realized? I think it did something, that program, to a lot of people. I think that we don't know everything.
I believe.
Okay.
I believe it did.
Okay.
I believe it did because I'm like I can talk by myself hours about this program and how this program changed my life over. The Oscar you're talking right now is not the same kid that you met in the streets in Consuelo, 1993.
Oh yeah.
Okay, with a lot of dreams in life. After this program, I've been working in several companies, but right now, the company that I work for, I'm currently living in Houston, Texas, and it's because of work, because they have been transferring me in different places all around the world now, and I'm in charge of the marine operations for the whole Gulf area in the United States for that company.
Okay.
And let me tell you, my life right now is really good, and it's way different than how it was in my childhood.
And if we listen to the news at the moment, you must be living a lot of stress because there's a lot of pressure in the world right now. The transportation of different. Oh my God! I don't want your job. Oh my! It must be terrible. But you know what, Oscar?
Yes.
That program was created only to help people that had difficulty financially, but not only that had the intellectual capacity. And it did work. It's incredible, eh? And I think what is the main goal is because you were there. Okay, because in the beginning, I was a dreamer, a Canadian dreamer into another country. It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. No,
I
agree with you.
Even whatever we take as courses in this life, when you want to help people, it's the people from the country itself that will help the people in their country, not foreigners. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It shows the people the value on helping others, you know?
Yeah.
And the program, it helped a lot of Dominicans. It showed us a lot about how we can help each other. And I know for a fact, and I know about experience, that this program also changed a lot of young Canadians' life.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and Robert, I think that yes, there is a lot of, we can talk about how it has improved our life in the Dominican for some of us. And behind all of this, all the work that you have done, all the work that I've done, and all the time that we put into this, we owe a big thank you to all these young Canadians that work hard to doing fundraising and to help to support the program, and that they believe in us, you know. That's the most important thing, to see how those young people believe in young people from another country, and they know and they knew that through that little program they will be able to help somebody else to get better in life. So we owe a huge thanks to those young fellows that helped us at that time. That's for sure.
You know, I've seen you, there was a long part that we didn't communicate anymore, but I have to tell you something. It's on a personal note, okay? And it's, I remember when you were a young student, you were kind of a payaso, okay? A payaso, a clown.
I was learning from the best.
But I remember I used that word in the Dominican Republic, and it did not mean the same thing as we say here. Say, if I say to someone here, hey, you're a clown. Well, a good clown, it's because there's life in you, okay? But and you know what? The young person that I saw grow, I have pictures of you that when groups.
But okay, I'll take it. Yes, I was just little one, because the two payasos that we have that we can make fun of are Pedro and Miguel. You know that. Pedro and Miguel, those are two payasos, two big ones, okay? But we learn from the best. Thank you, Robert, for teaching us to be payasos.
Okay, but Oscar, I wanted to make this publicly, and thank you for accepting, okay? Because there's a lot of people that did ask what happened and this and that, and I'm getting older, and I'm saying, okay, you could tell Mercedes there, Robert's okay. She could write to me there. I have no problem. Okay, but the thing is, there's so many people that, well, I think they have a right to know what happened and what is happening. We will never know, but at least see your face and my face that got older.
Yeah. But I keep it real. You see, there's no colors.
Thank you very, very much, Oscar. Okay, and keep up the good work. Keep up dreaming. Okay, and be a good person like you always been. All right.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And, you know, you always be like that kind of old brother to me that I really need to listen when you talk to me, okay? So thank you for being there for me whenever I need you, my friend.
All right. Okay, Oscar.
It has no price.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay.